What is up, Lord of the Rings fam? What we have here for you today is a season update. Kings of Men. NUDZ Dragneel here is with ilil once again, the fence team, along with NUDZ, otherwise known as Null this season. We are in a season together once again as allies, looking to wreak havoc across this server. However, as you can imagine, two evil teams up against good side in 2.0 is not really what it used to be. So I mean 1.0 was way different compared to 2.0. I mean, to say that it's frustrating for evil in 2.0 is an understatement. Understatement of the year. Alright, so let's get started. Let me run you through what happened this season. So we started off down here, the Harad realm, moved up, and we found that Yadu and John was moving quite aggressively towards us, especially towards the east side, where NUDZ is now fighting John and Yadu. And then we have here, so here it was and still is NUDZ versus Yadu and John, while we have here ilil versus Yadu and Home. Let me show you what the rankings look like. So we have ilil here first. It was Salah, that must have changed within the last 5 minutes or so. So we have ilil, Salah, Yadu, Home, LNOB, Null or NUDZ, Fast, John, Helm, and Beer. So a fairly strong top 10 team, especially the top, I would say, top 7, even John. I mean, they're all really strong teams, and I mean, with 2.0, it's just so different compared to 1.0. I mean, teams that were not as strong in 1.0 are stronger now, just because of the difference in commander strength between good side and evil. I mean, you have to be Moby Dick in evil to fight Dolphin good side teams, to put it that way. So here we are still fighting Home and Yadu. So for the last 3 days we've been at this crossing. Those sneaky little hobbitses managed to snipe our pass here, so we were going to take this, and we kind of messed up the siege and they sniped it from us, and it would have been a different situation if we managed to take that. I mean, as you can imagine, a pass with level 45 armies, level 45 armies with 70 million siege is a huge advantage. And then obviously a lot of Home and Yadu relocated here, as we have done the same on the other side, and we have a measly crossing on the other side, which is a lot easier to break compared to a pass. So we've kind of been at a standstill here with them for the last 3 days, while we have NUDZ fighting Yadu and John over here. NUDZ did manage to get all the way to this tile here, somewhere here. I remember seeing them, and then when they lost the war buff, they kind of pushed back on NUDZ and they fell back quite a bit. So now the fighting is going on somewhere here. So obviously we are still very active, NUDZ and ilil. It's just that the difference in strength between good side and bad side is astronomical, and we're just trying to find ways to even it out, I guess you could say. The funny thing is, Salah, which beat us 2 seasons ago, Salah, Wind and Mass, when they versed ilil, they have been making moves around the map, but haven't done no PvP so far. So we were kind of hoping they would come in between our fight with Yadu, Home and John and kind of make things more interesting, but it seems that actually Salah is allied with them. It's really interesting to see, kind of disappointing, but at the same time not really disappointing, because it just shows the fear that they have for the fence team and NUDZ. So it shows that they do see how strong we are, but I mean, this would make more sense if it was 1.0, where we have our Sunids, Grimmers, Witch Kings, etc. Just overpowering good side, because I mean, even though good side wasn't as strong as evil in 1.0, I mean, good side always had the numbers, let's be honest. But now they have the numbers and they have stronger commanders, which is really frustrating, but oh well, it is what it is. We move on and we'll try to make the best out of the situation. If Salah comes and supports them, which I think they will, I'm not into politics and stuff, but from what I can see on the map, they will help Yadu, John and Home. I'm guessing it might mean a sweep for us here, but I mean, let's see, maybe it won't, maybe we'll be able to hold. The fence is strong usually, or it was in 1.0. Hoping that we can still put up a fight. So yeah, that's pretty much our season so far. There hasn't been a lot of PvP apart from our ilil and NUDZ versus Home, Yadu and John. It will get interesting now that Salah comes, and we'll see what happens then. There are other teams, like you saw the top 10 just before. There's a lot of strong teams on this server, so I'm hoping that things get really interesting. I mean, Bia pretty much is cut off here, as you can see, by Salah and by Yadu, which is interesting as well, cutting off someone completely from the ring. So that will be interesting to see as well. I'll keep you updated in the future. Let me just show you a few quick reports. Alright, so here we have Escanor from Yadu. Is a bit of a whale. Let's see some more reports. So it's, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's Home. Alright, because Yadu has mostly good side commanders, as you can see. So that's interesting as well. Usually we would see stronger commanders from Yadu especially. There we go. So I mean, look at this formation. Dane, Bjorn, Gandalf the White, Isildur. That's a strong formation, hard one to beat. And then we have again Yadu, and look at this guy Imrakil, who has been really surprisingly good for good side in version 2.0. Here we have again more reports. That's Home. Let's see if we have some Moby Dicks in here. Not yet. maybe here, home again. Let me see if I can find a Yadu one. I mean, home is extremely powerful as well, just that Yadu is so much better. They are just really strong, and mostly a whale team. What we have here, home again. I guess no one is sharing Yadu reports recently. Alright, let's see if we have Yadu. Alright. So I mean, as you can see, 2.0, rise to dwarfs. I mean, everybody's using dwarf commanders, dwarf units. Really interesting update recently that happened. That was actually yesterday. They removed all, well, not all, but most, on most items they removed the restrictions for races. So they pretty much changed everything with that update. So I spent like 4 hours today redoing my commanders and items on all my commanders, and a lot of people weren't too happy with that update, because I mean, if we knew that from the start, we would have used our items differently on our commanders. But yeah, that's our season update. I won't get too much into any of those type of details, items as commanders, etc. I'll leave that for another video. I'm really looking forward to making a update video on what formations to use. Formations that I've seen work time and time again for people, and that synergize well together. And that will be a separate video, because it'll be a little bit longer as well compared to this one. This is just a quick season update, first PvP that started 3 days ago between ilil, NUDZ, and home, Yadu, and John. Alright, we'll leave that for today, and then next time I will make an update and let you guys know what formations you should be using if you want to succeed in PvP. Thanks a lot, guys.